I think a few of them would have been new today. I think nearly 3 to 4 people asked me whether they can join in the second session, and they said, okay, you can join. And oh, this is for the new ones, okay? And I'm not just repeating all the things in the last class, but the key points I'm just repeating, sir. I'm just taking 2 minutes, okay? I'm taking 2 minutes for the recap of the last session for those who have not joined. Okay, and okay, so good morning. This is Annapurni this side, and we can begin the session. And the last class, it was an orientation session like kind, and we were discussing about is the screen visible, sir? Can I know whether the screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible. It is visible, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, children. Thank you. Okay, so in the last class, we just discussed about the importance of English and why we are accepting English as a global language. That actually we are not accepting people before, that is our forerunners. Okay, because our forerunners accepted it as the king of languages, and we also discussed the reasons for that, because why English alone was chosen as that particular language and why it gained so much importance in this world. So wherever we go and whatever we do, people are demanding for good verbal communication skill and a good written and verbal communication skill. So that too, we cannot just have the verbal and written skills in our mother tongue alone. Okay, regional languages are of course important, but still, while moving on to a job, workplace, or when trying to excel in our career, okay, or in our job places, we need English as the tool. Okay, and the reasons were discussed that more than 120 countries speak English, and it is the native language of more than 27 non-sovereign entities. Okay, and it is the official language of 67 different countries. A lot of such facts were discussed in the previous class. Okay, so I'm not just discussing all these things, it's just a recap for those who have joined today newly. Fine. And this is the one and only reason behind choosing English as the universal language. Then we discussed an interesting aspect of this language. Okay, I just discussed about homophones. What is meant by homophones? It's nothing but words which are having the same pronunciation, but their spelling and their meanings will be different. So these words will have the same pronunciation. When a person hears two words with the same pronunciation, he might not know the difference between those two words, but the meanings will be entirely different. Okay, so but the native speakers will know that, but we are all non-native speakers. It means for people from Tamil Nadu, they are the native speakers of Tamil. For people from Kerala, they are the native speakers of Kerala. But English is not any of our regional language or our native language. So we are termed to be the non-native speakers of English. Still, we are yet to study that language because we don't know how the background of the language and other things. But if we go on pondering upon the history, okay, we just can't complete it in a day or two. Okay, so instead of knowing why English is important, instead of digging the history, we can just have an overview of what is English and what is the importance of the communication, and then we can start learning that because it is a very easy language comparing with all other regional languages. Okay, and this is an example for the homophones which I discussed, B and B. Okay, so we can see the pronunciation here is same, B-E-E. We pronounce it B, and B-E is also pronounced as B. But when we pronounce it, we can't find any difference. But coming to the spelling, if we check it, we can see B-E means it is something, it's a state, it's a preposition. You should always be kind to animals. You should always be a good student. Okay, here is what? Here is where we are using B, B-E. But B-E is honeybee. Okay, honeybee is what is shown in the first picture. So these words are having the same sound, but the spellings and meanings are totally different. Fine. And one more example we discussed, seam and sea. Okay, so these are all very simple examples and interesting. It's just like a puzzle. Okay, it's just like a puzzle to learn these things. Now, you should not learn these things as the form of a theory. Instead of that, you can practically understand it, apply your mind. Okay, your mental ability will help you to learn this thing. Okay, and then we discussed about the importance of the language. Yeah, and coming to the importance of communication. Why is communication important? So communication is important because while reviewing people from different backgrounds, so we know that every day we come to interact with people coming from different kinds of societies, with different backgrounds, different family atmospheres. Okay, if you are going to a school or a college, you will very well know that every student is different from one another. Okay, each student has a uniqueness in him, and it is often expressed, sometimes it goes unexpressed. Some students hesitate to express their talent, whereas some others are outspoken. They come forward to showcase their talent, their ability. Okay, so same is the case when coming to communication also. Some people might be introverts. Introverts means people who are not that much outspoken. They just seem to withdraw themselves from public places or from public gatherings. Okay, they will not volunteer or come forward to speak. They will just go back. Okay, they will listen everything. Those people will have a very excellent listening skill. Okay, sometimes the other one may not have. Those who are very good in speaking will not have a good listening skill sometimes. But a person who is an introvert will definitely have an excellent listening skill. Okay, he might be the most knowledgeable person in the group. But when we just see that person, we will think, oh, why is he so introvert like this? He is not at all active in the class, or he is not at all active in the society or in the office. Okay, so these are all different kinds of communication. Some people don't know how to communicate in form of verbal. Okay, that is verbal and written. There are two kinds of communication which we discussed. Verbal is something which is involved between listening and speaking, whereas written is a thing which comes between reading and writing. Okay, that is what we are briefly calling it as the LSRW skills. Yeah, this is the first chapter which we started in the last class. Basics of LSRW skills. So LSRW, as the abbreviation goes, it stands for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So listening comes the first, and then comes speaking, followed by reading, and finally writing. Okay, and LSRW stands as the abbreviation for the four predominant communication skills, because without these four communication skills, okay, no, the world cannot exist just with actions or facial expressions. We cannot exist.
Madam,
We want
sorry for
something.
interruption. Your voice sometimes goes down and then volume increases, decreases. I think you are moving away and to and fro to the mic, I think.
Yeah, let me check it. Yeah, let me check
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
sir. Okay,
You
yeah,
instead
I
of moving, you
okay, I
just
think
keep the
now.
yeah. Now it's better. Now it's better.
Yeah, I think okay. Yeah, okay, sir. Fine, fine. Thank you. Maybe my headphones would be oscillating from here and there. Okay, I will take care of that. Okay. Sure. So, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So, apart from the above ways of communication, we also depend on some others. That is, facial expressions and the WhatsApp language. Nowadays, everyone is familiar with the WhatsApp language. That is showing thumbs up, or we can just express our best wishes. Okay, thumbs up is for expressing our wishes, as well as for saying okay, done. We use the thumbs up sign, right? So thumbs up. And similarly, if we are not okay with something, if you disagree something, you can express it in the form of thumbs down symbol. Okay, so thumbs up and thumbs down. So these are other, apart from these, there are so many other symbols. So we call this as emojis, right? Emojis are something which we call in the WhatsApp language, but we generally call it as symbols. And actions, okay, actions comes with the help of hands, and then facial expressions. We can sometimes show expressions using our eyes. Okay, sometimes we can nod our heads. If you like it, you can say we can nod our head, and we can tell yes, I like it. Otherwise, you can tell no. And if you don't like it, you can just express it using by seeing your face itself. People can understand. Okay, he doesn't like this, or he hasn't liked it. Okay, and these are the other ways of communication apart from LSR and W. So LSRW possesses the key role in defining one's communication skill. Definitely. Without LSRW, there is no communication. This includes written and verbal communication skills that are highly essential for the youth in the 21st century. Okay, why are we mentioning here it as youth? Okay, so people might ask, this is only for youth? Is this class only for youth? What about others? Youth, in the sense, see, we are all completing our schooling and then we are moving on to our college, and the ultimate goal is to secure a job, right? All our, everything, okay, each and every one of you, including you and me, our ultimate aim is to secure a job, okay, a permanent job which serves as a lifetime security for us. Okay. And we wish to be the breadwinner of our family. Okay. And we want to gain a good amount, a good salary, and we want to be in a reputed post, in a designation. For that, we are working hard every day. Okay. Imagine that you are an engineering graduate or an MBBS graduate, or simply, I'm not talking about any professional course. Okay. You are doing your degree, your graduation or post graduation. So why are you studying this much hard? So your ultimate aim is to secure a proper job, a suitable job for you. So you are doing all these things, you are working hard day and night, everything is done from your side. Still, when you are appearing in an interview, in front of the interview panel, if you are not able to present yourself in a proper manner, then all the dreams that you have built so far will be scattered in just a minute or two. Okay, everything happens in a very short period because the interview panel will, they will easily tell, sorry, you are not selected, or if you are selected you will get a letter, or else you will be intimated that sorry, we couldn't select you, better luck next time. They will just simply send an email or message to you. Okay. So imagine how much pain you have taken to reach a level to appear the interview panel, and all those days you were working hard, okay, and you focused more on your subjects. Everything was done pukka. But what happened when coming to your communication skills, it would be the place where you have gone down. Okay. So there is a saying in English, first impression is the best impression. First impression is the best impression. So, to impress a person, the first and foremost thing you need is to have a good communication skill. Okay. And especially verbal communication skill is what is expected here. Written can be learned even after getting into the job. But verbal, that is listening and speaking, has a great role in influencing a person. So if the interviewer has to get impressed by your qualification and your skills, you should be able to sell yourself. That is what is exactly meant here. You are actually trying to sell yourself in front of the interview panel. Okay. So interview is the case which I have taken here because I think that is the best example I can tell you to teach you the importance of communication. Okay, because that is the most complicated thing which youngsters believe today to appear for an interview. This is what they expect to be a complicated thing. But for school students, I would tell to appear to enter the college. Once you are into your college life, you will know that. In school days, you will not know the value of your skills or the communication skills, whatever the language skills you are having, because there you focus only on the subjects, the academics. But once you get into your college, you will know the importance and the value of communication. Okay, especially if it comes with your friends. Okay, you will feel demotivated if you are not having that right skills with you. And that is the reason we are insisting you all to have a better knowledge while communicating in English. So people try to grab a reasonable knowledge in the language, yet they fail to understand the significance of the language in the fields of jobs and businesses. Yes, because we all know that English has importance. Everyone knows that, and even we are studying that. We often see that in books, in social media, everything. Yet we are not focusing, or we are not trying to gain the proper structured knowledge in that. That is what is happening here. And due to this, we are lacking jobs. Okay, we are losing so much opportunities, and we often had to put down our heads in front of our friends. Okay, one of your friend might be an average. He or she would have been an average student in the class, but he would have secured the job, but you would still be sitting in the house. The reason is he would have been an average student when coming to academics, but the language skills he had gained is something different. And that is what would have attracted the interviewers. Okay, so what is the reason for this failure? Simple. Most of the times, we are like a baby in a wet diaper. Okay, so no one needs a change in life except a baby in a wet diaper. The saying is seen in many books, in articles and things. Okay, baby in a wet diaper cries, right? Because if the diaper is wet, it will start crying because it want to change the diaper. So likewise, even we are now in a state where we are in a wet diaper and we want to change ourselves. And when are we coming into this stage? When we are appearing for a job or when we are applying for an admission in a college. Okay, so still aspirants who desire to learn the language to undergo a massive failure. And the reasons for these failures are lack of guidance. They don't know from where to learn and how to begin. They are often in search of people who can guide them properly, but they fall into the in the hands of the wrong person sometimes, and they might be misguided. Okay, even the friends, we can say, for example, in many government schools, the children, they will be having a little bit confidence in them, but they are not allowed to speak out or to express their language skills because of the friend circle. Because people may tell, okay, he's speaking in English, he's from an aristocratic family. Means he's from a very he's a so rich person, he's coming from a very large family. And that's the reason he's showing all this. He's boasting. Okay, boasting means to be proud of yourself. So, fearing our friends and the opinions that they might express, we are suppressing ourselves from showing our knowledge in the language, in English. That is what is said as fear of expression. Fear of expression. And this fear hides inside, and at one point of time, it will definitely start haunting you. The little confidence which you had is also lost now, and you will definitely come under the fear whether, oh, whatever I speak, will it be wrong? Will people laugh at me? Am I wrong? Okay, all these are the kinds of fear, and therefore it will stop you from expressing your language skills. Next is underconfidence. Yeah, underconfidence is followed by fear of expression. If you're having fear, naturally it will tend to be an underconfidence. And finally, unhesitant to reach the next level. So, due to lack of guidance, fear of expression, and underconfidence, finally you take the decision better to drop learning English language. This is what is happening in 90% of the students. Unhesitant to reach the next level. So you just drop this plan. I'm fed up with this. Okay, well, let it go. I'm no more interested to learn this anymore. Okay, so this is what is happening, and we are here to help you to overcome this situation. Okay, and our aim is to bring you all out of that fear, that underconfidence, that lack of guidance. Okay, and to take you to the next level is the goal of IYM, Ignited Young Minds. Okay, and I got that opportunity to mentor you, to guide you all. Okay, and hope the sessions will be interesting for you, and you will also be learning a lot of new things, which will definitely help you in your academic as well as in your career life. Okay, so now moving on to the next presentation. So, in fact, all these things were the basics which we discussed in the first session. Okay, now we are moving on to the main session. Okay, so this is for the new students who joined today, and I didn't want them to skip the introductory session. From next class, there will be no such overlapping, guys. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, now we have come to the level where we are going to discuss about the importance of language in each field. The first field is job. So, how is English playing a pivotal role in job centers? Knowing a second language will boost your chances of landing job amongst a group of other candidates with similar capabilities. Okay, so um, imagine that you are a person who have completed your MTech. Okay, After BTech, you have completed your MTech. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, you can consider any graduation or post graduation in your mind. Okay, I don't know how many of you here are doing your BTech or MTech here, but still, I just want to tell an example, and that's the reason I'm choosing this course. Okay, or I will just go with BTech. Okay, let it be with graduation. I'm not moving to post graduation. Okay, so 10 students have completed BTech, and a company calls for testing engineer. Okay, testing engineer is the post which the newly that is the startup companies are nowadays recruiting the fresher. Okay, freshers are recruited for the post of testing engineers in many startup companies, and 10 candidates are applying for the job. Okay, and the qualification, the minimum qualification to apply for this job is BTech, and they're also mentioning candidates who are qualified with MTech will be given more preference. Okay, it means that those who have completed BTech can apply, as well as those who have completed MTech can also apply. So, what will we think after seeing this poster or this a recruitment ad advertisement? We will think, the one who has completed MTech will definitely get a job. Okay, because they have given one thing. Those who have completed MTech will be given more preference, and that is the reason we will think like that. We will anticipate that the PG, the postgraduate, will be given more preference. Okay, so now all the 10 are appearing for the interview. The panel interviews one by one. And finally, when the results are out, only one person is selected and he is doing his final year BTech. This is what the result comes out. Imagine. Okay. Now question arises. So what had what to say? Why did the interviewers decide to select this particular candidate instead of those who have completed their PG? Okay, and a few of them are also having experience. They have worked in some other companies and they are also experienced. Still, this particular guy who is a fresher having no experience is selected for the post of testing engineer. Why is this happening? The reason is the person who is selected might be a junior for all the other candidates. Okay, might be he might be the youngest, but still the skills which he possesses is more than the other candidates. All the candidates have completed either their BTech or MTech, but the skills, the interviewers will always measure the skills which you are having. Degree is just, it's just like an entrance examination. To possess a degree, graduation or post graduation, it's just like an entrance. It's just a minimum. It's like you are crossing up, to cross a bridge you need some support, right? So graduation or post graduation is just such a support in this world now. Nowadays, this is what is happening. And what the interviewers try to bring out from you is they will question you, they will ask you some questions, and their ultimate aim is to analyze what are all the skills that you are having. Okay, so first of all, you will communicate, you will introduce yourself. Good morning, sir, or good morning, ma'am. I am Annapurni, or I can say I am Gokul, or I am Sanjeev. You will introduce like that. And from this self introduction for 2 minutes, they will analyze your verbal communication. And after that, they would have already checked your resume. Resume is your biodata. After checking your resume, they would also have an idea about your qualification and other things. And then they will ask you some questions to know whether you are really skilled in the fields which you mentioned in your resume. They want to know na, whether you have mentioned something fake without processing whether you have mentioned or not. They want to know. So they will test you with all the things related to your biodata. And here is where the ultimate game happens. When your answers satisfy them, they will have a confidence and assurance that this is the best person who can work for us. This is the right person to be recruited for our company. And that is how the decision comes landing in the recruitment of that person. He might be simply a fresher, not experienced, but his skills had played a great role in providing him a job. So see the difference. So if you're having a good communication skill and if you're having a knowledge in a second language, so English is always considered as a second language. The reason is our mother tongue is the first language, our native language. Okay, and English is a foreign language, and that's why we call it as the second language. Okay, so knowing a second language boosts your chances of landing jobs amongst a group of other candidates with similar capabilities. Similar capabilities, I said, all the 10 candidates are BTech or MTech qualified. All the 10 candidates are engineers. Okay, but the chance of getting selected is for the person who is more skilled. Okay, the next one is language skills can be the career gift that keeps on giving. This is a very true statement. If you are having knowledge, we usually say knowledge is the only treasure which cannot be stolen. Okay, if a thief enters your house, he can take all the things away. He can take your money, your gold, the whatever assets you are having. Okay, he may steal everything, but an ultimate treasure is there within every one of us. It is knowledge, and knowledge is the only treasure which cannot be stolen by any thief. Language skills is such a treasure. It is a career gift that keeps on giving, that will never put you down. It will always uplift you from one level to the other level. Being able to speak, explain, negotiate in another language makes you more employable and increases confidence. Okay, so once you are getting into a job, you will have to speak, you will have to explain your clients or your boss, your team members. You will have to play multiple roles. Okay, you will have to play a lot of roles. In movies, we might see a person, the hero and the hero and anti-hero sometimes playing a dual role, right? The anti-hero might be playing a dual role. Anti-hero means villain. Okay, the villain might be initially behaving like a good person. Okay, and finally he will be pulling the leg of the hero. Okay, likewise, at least the villain is playing a dual role, but we have to play multiple roles in our life. So being able to speak, explain, and negotiate. Okay, negotiation means sometimes we bargain in the shops, right? If a person, if we are going to shop and the product is 100 rupees, you start bargaining it from 60 rupees. Then he will come down to 90. Then you may go up to 70, and he comes down to 80, and finally the deal will be ending in 75 to 80 rupees. Okay, so that is called bargaining, and here we technically call it negotiation. To explain, speak, and negotiate in another language makes you more employable and increases your confidence as well as the company's confidence. Okay, they will start trusting you more and more and more. They will never leave you from them. You will become an asset for that company. Okay, so this is about job, and next is how can language influence your life skills. Bilingual. By is the word which means two. Okay, you all would have ridden cycles, right? So cycles, initially you all would have used tricycles. Tricycles are things. Sorry, it's a cycle having three wheels. Bicycle, it has two wheels. Okay, so bilingual, that is having knowledge of two languages. Bilingual. Okay, two languages improve multitasking. It improves your decision making and problem solving skills. Okay, if you are mostly in all the job places, you should know English, but along with that, you should also be fluent in your native language. If you are applying for jobs in your state, for public service commissions or state, for example, Kerala PSC exams or Tamil Nadu PSC exams, Tamil is a must in Tamil Nadu. Likewise, Malayalam is compulsory in Kerala. Okay, so bilingual language skills improve multitasking. It improves your decision making and problem solving skills. Language improves your ability to think analytically. Okay, only if you can understand a language, then you can read, you can write. Okay, here we are discussing about the written communication. okay, to think analytically. Learning language conveys cognitive advantages as well as furthering essential life skills such as empathy, adaptability, and flexibility. Okay, so if you are learning a language, you are learning a new language. Okay, so here you are learning English. And what is the benefit apart from the job skills, apart from improving your, boosting your job skills? What else can the language do? It can improve the cognitive advantages, that is empathy. Empathy is empathy is not sympathy, okay? Empathy is something different from sympathy. Does anyone know the difference between that? Have you heard of the word empathy? Have you read this word at least? Empathy. Can I get the answer? Can anyone say?
Yes, ma'am. I have
You
read
have,
it before.
okay,
I am an empathy person. I say
okay,
it to someone.
okay. So
Like,
okay, you are an empathetic person, right?
yes, yes,
But
yes, yes, ma'am.
I also want to explain
Okay.
this. Empathy is something that
Yes.
if someone is in pain and we try to feel that pain,
Hmm, hmm,
this is
hmm.
empathy. And sympathy is
Okay.
showing us uh, sympathy is different from.
Sympathy is different from empathy. Yeah, that's right. But there is, in fact, yes, Sabi, you can continue. Yeah.
Sympathy just showing from upper that we really don't feel his or her pain, just saying verbally, but deep
Hmm,
down
hmm, hmm,
in empathy, deep down we feel their pain, their suffering,
hmm,
and
hmm,
try to
hmm, hmm.
comfort him or her.
Okay, so this is
That's all.
sympathy according to Sabi. Yes, this is sympathy, right? Okay, so sympathy is nothing but to say in short, sympathy is we can just tell, oh God, oh I'm so sorry for you. What is this? Okay, I'm very sad. Oh, you will recover soon, like that. Okay, so this is just for namesake. You are just consoling. Okay, it will just seem to be a consolement, that consoling. Okay, so you are just giving some comfort by telling that, okay, everything will be fine, all is well, you will tell like that. But because empathy is after finding the difficulty that a person is undergoing, the moment you take an action to help that person, okay, instead of just lip sympathy, if you start working for that particular person who is under some pressure, or who is undergoing some pain in his life, and if you are really sincere, if you are really working for that person to help him to come out of that particular issue, then that is called empathy. Empathy is putting your words into action. To simply tell, no, empathy is putting your words into action. Instead of just telling something, you are and consoling, you are putting it into action. That is what is called empathy. And then is adaptability. Adaptability is to accustom with something or to adjust with something. Okay, after completing your plus 2, many of you might be going for your higher studies to different places. Okay, some people might go to Chennai or Bangalore or Coimbatore. Okay, there are so many reasons for that, because you might not be getting the requested course in your city, so that you will be moving on to another city for studying that course. Or some children are like, they want to they want to stay alone and to know how to live alone. Okay, how to do your works all alone. And there are also there are a group of students who wish to tell, I want to live in Bangalore, wow, electronic city, I want to go to Bangalore and want to enjoy my life. So this is yet another group of people who are thinking like that. So however, you are changing your lifestyle from A to Z when you are moving from one place to another. Till you are schooling, you were with your parents, your guardians were there to help you, to support you. But once you start moving to another place for your higher studies or higher education, you will be you will have to accustom with the new ways of living, how to stay alone or how to live with your hostel mates, with a group of new people. Okay, initially they will be your strangers, but slowly they will start becoming your friends, your roommates. Okay, and this is what we call as adaptability. You are adapting yourself to a new kind of atmosphere. And flexibility, yes, flexibility comes with adaptability. Because initially it will be very hard for you to do everything, washing your clothes alone, cooking for you alone. Okay, where mother would be there at your house to cook, to wash your clothes, for everything she would be there. You can just throw it away and you can go. But in hostel, you alone is there for you to do. Right. So this is called as flexibility. Once you are adapted to the new lifestyle, then you will also be getting flexible. Finally, it helps in people's thinking skills and memorabilities. Yes, thinking skills and memorabilities will definitely be boosted with gaining more language skills. Okay, so learning more languages, as many languages as possible, is always, it will never put you down. It will always give a hike in your career. Okay, next is to excel in career. Yes, language becomes powerful when understood by a wider community than just those closest to you. Okay, so first I was discussing about the job and the importance of language in the job sector. Okay, so once you are into your job, you have entered the job, okay, and it's been nearly 6 months, and you are slowly getting into the main work course. Okay, initially you will be given some training, and you will be in the probation, and after that, the mainstream of work will be given to you. And during then, you will have to conduct meetings, have discussion with your clients, with your teammates. Okay, and you may also have to move somewhere outside to showcase your company's value. Okay, and during these places, language, especially English language, becomes powerful when understood by a wider community. Okay, so we can never just stick on to a particular group of people alone, because the world is so big. We may have to approach so many people, different kinds of people from different backgrounds. As we already said, we come to meet people from different societies every day. Okay, so only if we have the knowledge to convince each and everyone, at least a 50% of the population, we can say, we should have the ability to convince, to impress the people about our company, or the service which we are doing, or the products which the company is selling. So all these things can happen only if you're having a good command in your language. So it is not only a key component of communication, but it is also a key aspect of identity. Identity is uniqueness. Okay. We all have our own identities, right? Nobody is like the other one. We are all having our own identities. See, Annapurni is like Annapurni. Sanjeev is Sanjeev. Karthik is Karthik. And Giridhar is Giridhar. So no other person can copy him. You all know that our fingerprints are unique, right? Our fingerprints are very unique. We don't. Okay, how many of you know this? Our fingerprints are so unique. My
We all
fingerprint,
know
yeah,
that because fingerprint is used in our Aadhaar card. It's so we are different
yeah,
from other.
yeah, definitely, yes. Aadhaar card is it
Our
has made
fingerprint is
mandatory
a
to,
different
yeah,
pattern. Our
yes, it's
fingerprint,
different because my
everyone,
fingerprint, yes, yes,
everyone fingerprint is a different pattern in the world for all the peoples.
yes. My fingerprint is different. Sanjeev's is different. Giridhar will have
Yes.
one. Raghavi will have one, Darshini will have one. There is no replica of that. Okay, nobody can copy paste it. And this is because of the DNA. Okay, we all have a particular DNA. It's a unique DNA. Okay, so DNA is the reason for the uniqueness in our fingerprint. So, likewise, language can also help others to disclose your identity. It will help people to know who you are, what you are, your talent, your skills, and finally, it will also help the company to reach their goal. So, this is talking about the career, to excel in career. This is not only applicable for your career, but it is also applicable in your life skills. In the previous slide, when we discussed about the life skills, the same thing I expressed, right? Because we should have our own uniqueness, and uniqueness is not just in our job sectors or in the career field. It is also very important in our personal life. So English proficiency helps to excel in the business world, since he or she is able to convey the technical skills he retains in an effective manner. So knowledge is something which has to be spread everywhere. It is not a treasure which has to be hidden inside. It is not something which has to be kept inside hidden. It should be spread out to everyone. Okay, and for that we need a source, and that is the language. Okay, and I think we have completed this PPT successfully. Yeah, and we have one more thing: quality of life. So the last 15 minutes it will be an interactive session. Okay, so you will be given a picture. I said this in the last class itself that from today's session, the first 15, I thought of giving the first 15 minutes, but a few members were yet to join. So they joined only by 10:40 or something. So I thought of doing that session in the last 15 minutes. From 11:30 to 11:45, we can have that. Okay. A picture will be given, and this is to bring you out from your shells. Okay. We want you all to speak out. You have to describe the picture. So once we complete this PPT, we can move on to that activity. Okay. Is it okay, guys? Are all active or
Yes,
sleeping?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All are active, right?
Yes, yes.
Active. Okay. And yes, yes. Okay. Giridhar, Ramya, Sanjeev, Jaya, Sabi, Roshan. Fine. Soundarya. Okay. Soundarya has given a thumbs up. Fine. Okay. So this Karthik has given a thumbs up. Good. So all these are non-verbal communications. All are giving here non-verbal communications. What an irony, right? So we are discussing here communication skills, and I'm getting a non-verbal communication here. Fine. Okay, so next is quality of life. So quality of life, how can we improve our quality? How can we improve our life's value? Education is the first step to improve our quality of life. Okay, we are all enrolled in schools. We are all having basic education. Okay, and at least as per the Indian government, we have to possess at least the SSLC education for getting a reasonable job, right? But the reality is that those who have completed their post graduation are still lacking jobs. They are still in search of jobs. The reason is they are not interested to work in a place which is not suitable with their qualification. For example, if a person has completed MSc, then he or she is looking for jobs related to that. But there are some other people who have realized that it is utter foolishness. Okay, and we can see people enrolling for applying for government jobs, and they are securing a lifetime secured job. Okay, to secure a government job is a lifetime security. Okay, but many people are yet to realize that. Okay, so quality of life is educate. So to improve the quality of your life, the first and foremost step is to educate yourself. Okay, apart from schooling, we have to self-educate ourselves. And from where does this come? Can we ourselves cannot start educating us all of a sudden. So we should first have a root, a foundation for that, and that comes from our own house or from our family. Hope you would have heard the proverb: charity begins from home. Charity begins from home. Likewise, the quality of your life begins from your home. Okay, it is from your parents, from your grandparents that you start learning what life is, how to behave, discipline, obedience. There are a lot of other things apart from the academics. When you go to school, is academics the only thing that is taught to you? No. You are having one period named value education. They short it and call VE. So value education is a period allocated to teach you what are life skills, the discipline which you have to uphold in your life. Okay, when you see elders, then you have to respect them. When you see your teachers, you have to wish them, you have to greet them, saying good morning or good afternoon. So all these comes from your house first, and only then the school starts teaching these things. Okay, so education is very important to improve yourself, but learning English also improves the quality of life. Can we relate this? That is education, that is basic education will help improve yourself, but learning languages can also improve you. If you start learning a new language, you will come to meet people, new kind of people, new group of people, apart from the one in your own society. Then you can start learning books written in that language. Okay, I think all of you would be good readers in this group, right? English, you all would be good readers. You would be reading storybooks, newspapers. So reading can definitely help change your life. It has a powerful influence in you. Okay, so reading books, it can create silent changes in your life. The people who are seeing you cannot realize that, but they can. But at one point of time, you can see the change happened inside you. It all comes with reading. Okay, and that is what English also improves the quality of life. That is what
Maybe
is
we can
meant from
ask
this sentence.
madam them to express how this language improvement in language will help them. Maybe each one of them
Sure,
they
sir.
can.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, maybe you can express
Yes, yes,
your
yeah.
how language is going to be helpful to you in the near future.
Yes, yes. Yeah, from yeah, just I think there is one more point, sir. After that,
Yeah, yeah,
we can leave the session for them. Okay, is that fine, sir?
yeah, yeah. Carry on, carry on.
Okay, okay, sir. And that is how language helps us. And secondly, learning English will help to participate in discussions, improve your networking skills. Okay, so participating in discussions is nothing but it is not immediately, you don't need to think about a debate or anything. Okay, simple discussions. We are sitting in the classroom. Okay, backbenchers will very well know about the importance of discussions, right? Because you will come to know, discuss with your friends. You will be discussing a lot of things. The teachers will be scolding you. What is there to discuss this much in the class? But once you come across a new language, it will help you in discussing in social discussions. You can be a part of so many social discussions, okay, online and offline. Nowadays, you can also participate in such discussions online, and it will improve your networking skills. Networking is coming to the online networking skills. Okay, without social media, we cannot imagine a world today. At least one might process WhatsApp in today's world. Without WhatsApp, there will be no individual in this world, I believe. Because that is the power of networking, the power of the cyber world. Okay, so WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, what are all the social media that you are using? In all these things, what are you doing? You are sending requests, you are receiving request, friend request in Facebook. In Instagram, you are requesting to follow that person. We are following so many celebrities and people, right? All of you would have at least one celebrity account, following one celebrity account. Okay, so what is this following and accepting the request and other things? It is all a part of your networking skills. Okay, here a large network is built here. Twitter. Okay, when you are posting a thread in Twitter, okay, we call it a thread. When you are posting a comment or you are expressing something in Twitter, will not allow you to write for a long paragraph or something. You should be very precise in writing. So we call it as thread in Twitter. Okay, so all these are part of your networking skills. In social media, we mostly use English. At least we use broken English. Though we are not good in our communication skills, English is the language which we use in that. Instead of mother, our native language is used in a very small space. Okay, so this is how English will help to participate in networking skills and discussions. And naturally, all these things will improve the quality of life. Okay, friends. So this is what we have for today, and we discussed the importance of the language in improving our life's quality, to excel in career, to excel in education, and finally in the job sectors. Okay. So now I am moving on to the discussion session. Okay. So now each one of you can come up with your opinion about learning a new language. Okay, here we are discussing about English. So you all can tell at least one sentence. Okay, just I can give you 1 minute for one person. Okay, as we already planned in the last session, one
Yeah,
minute for
let
one
them
person.
speak, madam.
You can talk.
Let them speak. Yeah, Roshan, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Roshan can start. Good morning. Okay.
Good morning,
So
sir.
can
Yeah, yeah, carry on, Roshan.
Okay.
Captain Roshan, you
Speaking
can continue.
English, we can communicate with abroad peoples and also we can apply jobs in abroad countries. We can communicate with them, and what else?
Good, good,
Uh,
good.
that-
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Next, who is coming? Kavi Priya. How does language help you? Any one of you?
Yes,
No.
come on, guys.
How language will help you? Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is Sanjeev Kumar.
Yeah.
Good
Tell
morning,
me.
sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, language is a main thing to communicate to each other, and if we know the language, uh, we move on to anything anywhere in the world. We improve our knowledges and experience in that area because we know language to communicate each other with a responsible, and our attitude will get our many things from them.
Yeah.
And language is essential, very essential for anything
Thank you. Thank you.
to grow and everything.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
about
that's it.
others? Yeah. Karthik. I mean
Okay,
Pranav.
next I think Girid.
Anybody fine.
Yeah, yeah, I think
Hello.
Giridhar unmuted. Yes, Giridhar, you can speak out. Yeah.
It's like I think it does not include for any special thing or like English is required for every aspect of our life, and
Mm.
I believe that the ability to tell a story or like ability to speak it fluently in our like native language, it will help more to communicate with everyone and to express our way of things like.
Okay, so you feel that a native language has more power than English language. So that is what you are trying to tell, right?
Not like that, but yeah, we
Okay.
have.
Giri, you are not audible. I think there is some issue in your internet connectivity. We
Then we
can't hear you.
can go to next person can.
Sir,
Okay.
my name,
Okay, Kavi. Yeah, Kavi Priya.
ma'am, I will next cycle. Uh, in
Okay.
now, with knowing English increase your our knowledge, change the getting a good jobs in multinational companies with home countries for finding a work abroad. And we are using a
Good.
English in a internet systems and all.
Good, Kavipriya. Good. Okay, you have got an idea about that. Okay. And next, I can call up Jaya.
I want to tell
Yeah, sure. Come on.
language helps us to define ourselves. The two means meaning of English, and when we grow also, like we are able to learn from many things in our language also. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay. Next, Soundarya.
Yes. Language helps us to define ourselves and makes us equally important and makes us realize also, and we learn also many things from our language.
Good. Okay. I think Soundarya is also a writer, and you have compiled books, right? You have
Yes, sir.
compiled or co-authored, I think. Okay.
Yes,
So,
I have
how
compiled
did you?
also.
Okay. Okay. So, how did you? It would be in English language, right? Your compilation was in
Yes,
English.
yes.
Okay, so how was your language skills helpful to start publishing or to write a book? Did you find how far was it useful for you?
It was useful for me. Like it was, I actually I know the language, so I was easily able to write also and know also about things.
Okay, so you were able to get connected with writers, right? As a writer,
Yes,
it's very
yes,
important to get connected with the other
yeah,
co-authors
yeah.
so
I
that
had a good,
hmm,
yeah, I had a good communication with writers, so it was easy for me to
hmm,
for getting writers also for my
hmm.
anthology book
Yes,
also. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very valid example which I can tell because Soundarya has compiled a few
Two
books.
books.
Okay, I don't
Two books,
two
yeah.
books. Okay, okay, she has compiled two books, and even I have worked as a compiler. So working as a compiler means we will have to get in touch with authors who are ready to contribute for our book. Okay, so when we have to, so writers will be from different parts of the world. Okay, some might be from North India, some might be from South India. Okay, so we cannot expect people only from our state or region. Okay, so these are the places where we put use of the language, the English language. Okay, and that is the reason we also call it the universal language. Okay,
Yes, right.
and next is Karthik. Okay, thank you, Soundarya. Next, Karthik can tell. Over to you, Karthik.
Ma'am, shall I try?
Yes, Jaya. Yes, please.
Knowing English is useful to communicate with
Okay.
others our experience and thoughts.
Okay. Okay,
One more
fine.
point.
Good.
One more point. While learning English now, we are also able to improve our knowledge and get knowledge and useful about many things and code words in English language. Like
Now maybe you
Okay,
can go
code
to the
words.
pictures, madam. Pictures, and then probably they can make a story
Okay,
out of
yeah, it's
pictures. Yeah.
yes, yes. Yeah, okay. So now, guys, we are just, I have just presented a picture in the screen. Okay, I think it's visible for you. It's a very simple picture, and it's just like our class. Ours is an online, but this is an offline session. Okay, so I thought of giving you such a kind of picture in the very first session. Okay, and whatever you feel, whatever you understand from this picture, you can tell. Okay, you will have a lot, everyone's imagination will be different. Each one will have your own imagination, and you can tell whatever you feel by seeing this picture. Okay, so who is starting? Okay, the first one, come on.
I will tell. Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyone, Soundarya can start. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I will tell. One girl is explaining from the book. One girl is
Okay,
standing
one
up
girl
and
is it.
explaining from the book. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Or reading
Soundarya. So
or
next,
reading maybe or reading. Yes.
okay, reading or explaining, fine, good. Next is Sanjeev.
Yeah, ma'am. Uh, One teacher is learning something in the board. All are watching to that lesson, and some
The teacher.
handicap.
Okay,
Yeah,
teacher is teaching, right? The
yeah, yeah,
teacher
yeah.
is
Teacher is
teaching.
teaching. Yeah,
Yeah.
teaching something.
Okay.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, ma'am. And
Okay. And
One girl is in
yeah. Okay. Yes.
handicapped
Yes.
wheelchair. One girl is in handicapped wheelchair. She is also sitting in the classroom.
Okay. Hmm. And then anything else, Sanjeev? Okay. Next is Jaya.
The teacher is teaching to the physically challenged students. One girl is curiously reading the book.
Okay. The teacher is teaching the students. Okay. It's not teaching to the students. It's teaching the students. Okay. So this is how you come to know about certain changes that you can make. Okay. So here,
Yes.
by practicing, you can come to know the changes. Okay, so the teacher is teaching
yeah,
the students. Okay, good. Okay,
yeah.
and next,
Some of
Giridhar.
the handicapped students are there to learn something about
Yes,
from teacher.
yes, Sanjeev. Yeah, we can
Yes,
see
yeah.
some physically handicapped children are there.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. Yeah, yeah.
good, Sanjeev. Fine.
Yes.
And next, I would like to call upon Giridhar.
Yes. We can see a classroom. A teacher is teaching for students, and a girl is reading the textbook or book, whatever. And students are
Okay.
listening to teacher.
Okay, the students are listening to the teacher. Okay, the students are listening to the teacher. Fine. Okay, then you can tell any. There are more things that you can tell. You can describe even each and everything that you see in the classroom. Okay, there are some things in the classroom, right? So you can even describe about that. Its color or how it looks. What is it? You can tell all those things.
It looks
Okay, so
like
Yeah,
next,
the
students
class
are
go.
is.
very.
Sorry, one at a time.
It
One at a
looks
time,
like
please.
a class is going that a teacher is
Yeah, it
teaching
looks like a.
inside the classroom.
Okay,
We
okay,
have
fine, fine.
two windows inside. You can see the windows
Okay,
inside the
there are two
classroom.
windows.
We have
Okay,
a good
okay,
blackboard.
okay,
The
okay.
teacher has written something else inside the board, and students
Okay,
are
fine.
wearing blue shirts
Yeah,
mixed
uniform. It's
with
their blue uniform, right?
uh,
Yeah.
Ma'am, I also want to describe the class.
Yes. Sure, Sabi. Yes.
There are two windows in the classroom. There is a one blackboard, and a ma'am is teaching a student is standing and holding a book in his hand. In her hand, some children are handicapped, and
Okay.
some are doing ponytail and some are doing red in
Just a
their hair.
minute. Just a minute, ma. Just a minute. Actually, my screen has stopped. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, and you can continue. Okay, whatever you have seen, you can tell. Okay. Yeah, I hope it is back now. Okay. Yes, please, Sabi can continue.
Okay, ma'am. All are listening to the teacher. The teacher teaching in the class.
Teacher is
The
teaching.
desk are right.
The teacher is
Yeah,
teaching, right?
teaching.
Because there is only one, so we cannot call the teacher are, right? The teacher is. Okay.
The teacher is teaching in the class.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
books are on the desks of every student. Not
Okay. The
clearly
books, there are
visible.
books. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We can see only one book on one desk. Okay. Anyways, good observations, Abhi. Very good. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And next, Gokul. Gokul haven't spoken anything yet. Hi, Gokul.
Hi.
Hi, Gokul. So, can you tell anything that you see from the picture? What is happening in
Uh,
that picture?
the teacher is teaching the students and a
Okay.
girl reading the book.
Okay, a girl is
Mm.
reading the book. Then one more point. You can tell something else. People are
The
telling,
book
all the
on the
others are telling a lot
table.
of things.
Man, two students are handicapped, and but they are also listening curiously to a student, to the teacher, and
Yeah.
learning.
The handicapped students are also very curious
The,
Mm,
to listen the teacher.
curious.
Okay. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Google. Yeah.
the books on the table and in the
The book
classroom
is
there are
on the
two.
table.
In the classroom there are
Okay.
two windows.
Okay. Okay. Can okay, fine. And most of the students, you can. I thought at least one will be telling this. Okay. Anyways, let me try. Is anyone telling? There are few more to tell. Okay. And Karthik. Thank you, Gokul. Next is Karthik. I think Karthik is there in the meet, but the mic is still mute. Okay. Next is Kavipriya has told. I think next is Ramya is Raja. Okay, Ramya.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Ramya.
It's my mother's
Yeah.
mother's
Hi.
name.
Okay.
I am Navneet.
Okay. Navneeta. Okay. Hi, Navneet. Okay. So can you just describe this picture?
Yes. Here there is two windows. One teacher is teaching to the students. One girl is
Hmm.
reading books. The desk and chairs are brown color. There are not two handicaps. There are three. We can see one sticks sticks down the windows.
One stick down the window. So yeah, exactly. Yes. Okay. That was the thing that I was even noticing. And there is one more thing. Okay, one is regarding the stick which
One
is
of the
there
girls
below the
having
window. That's good. Hmm.
one of the girl is having a red colored fountain.
Good. 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 So you're
Um,
more focused on hairstyle. Good. Good.
there are three books on on three desks and one pencil on one desk. And one of the
Okay,
girl
good,
is
good,
having
Navneet. Great.
wheelchair.
Wheelchair. Okay, is sitting in a wheelchair. One of the girls is sitting in a wheelchair. Okay, good
Okay,
attempt.
ma'am.
Great attempt. Good. No, okay. And next,
Thank you, ma'am.
what is NBR? The ID is given as NBR. Can you just switch? Yeah, you are welcome, Navneet. May I know who is NBR? The mic is still switched off. Okay, have I left anyone? Kavipriya? Kavipriya, do you have anything to tell?
Ma'am,
Yeah, Srinidhi. Okay, yes, Srinidhi.
yes, ma'am, can I tell?
Okay, Srinidhi. Yes, Srinidhi. Yes, please. Yeah.
A girl is reading the lesson. The teacher is explaining the line by line. All students in the class learning interestly the lesson. Some of them
Hmm.
are
Srinidhi, let
all
me ask one question whether the girl is afraid,
no sir.
but looks like her body language says she's little nervous. Does it look like that? Okay, no,
No, sir.
I'm asking you maybe in your explanation when you want to tell explanation for the picture, you can add all these things. No, she looks nervous and she's reading and all those things. Or sometimes no, we can say no, she had made a mistake. Now the teacher asked her to stand and read like that. No, you can always coin many things like that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Ah.
All
Okay,
students,
then Srinidhi.
but
Yes, Srinidhi. Yeah.
that's all. Ma'am.
Okay, Srinidhi. Thank you. Okay, and I think Karthik alone, Karthik and NBR. I don't know who is NBR is. Okay,
Pranav,
and
they are
only.
referring to you, Pranav, Karthik, Pranav.
Oh, Pranav. Okay.
But his father.
Karthik Pranav.
Pranav, you can make a story out
Okay,
of the picture.
Sir,
You make a story of the picture.
sir, in this picture, there. Yes, sir. Sir, in the school there are many children, sir. In one class, a teacher is taking a class, and many students are handicapped, and some can't walk. Like that, sir.
Okay.
Once
Roshan,
the teacher,
Roshan, please switch off your mic, Roshan.
Okay.
Roshan, can you please switch off your mic?
Okay, just wait. I'm looking forward to.
and the teacher told one girl to stand up and read the book.
Okay. That's great. That's great, Karthik. Okay, your name is Karthik or Praveen? What's your full name?
Sir, then Pranam.
Oh, sorry, Pranav. Okay, so Karthik Pranav. Okay, so I will call you Pranav. Okay, from next class I will call you Pranav because when I called Karthik, I didn't get any response. But when sir called Pranav, you immediately switched on the mic. Okay, so I will call
Yes,
you
ma'am.
Pranav.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so those who have answered can switch off your mics. Okay. Okay, I think so. Everyone has completed, sir.
Yeah.
Keshavmurthy, sir. So can we? Is there anything else left?
Nothing. Nothing. I think you come up. I mean, students can come up with a lot of their talking. That is one. Secondly, when we show the this one, the PPT, like let the students
Mm-hmm.
read and you can explain. The reading can be done by the
Yes, yes,
student.
yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing which they can do.
Yes, sir.
Each.
You can. I thought that, but I thought
No,
okay,
you can do
being
that.
the
Maybe it
first,
takes some
the
time,
main
but never
session.
mind
Yeah.
because the whole idea is to make them
Mm-hmm.
speak. They can speak one slide, one
Okay.
student like that.
Mm.
One slide, and the student
Fine,
will
fine.
read the slide, and then later on you can explain one by one. That's
Mm-hmm.
not a problem. Yeah, I think Soundarya
Sure,
Morgan, I
sir. We
think
will make
well
it.
experienced person. I think, Madam, you have any suggestions for us? We will always welcome suggestions from anybody, but I am requesting Soundarya because she's, I think, well experienced person. I think.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Any suggestion in our class, you can always highlight. We are willing to listen to you.
No, nothing, sir.
Okay, right. So any suggestions,
Suggestions are
anytime you can
always
always
welcome because
share in the group or to madam. No problem. You can share in the group. We will look at it, and then how we do Annapurni. What we same thing. We will show the PPT and we will make them to read. Explanation we will keep it very small, not very long explanation. We don't give, and we go to 1 minute a member kind of thing. That is, they have to come prepared with any topic for 1 minute speech. Let them speak, and it's not that if suppose there are
yes, yes,
15 people
yeah,
are there, we don't expect all the 15 people to do minute a member. Even 5 or 6 they do, we'll go to the picture.
yeah,
That also we
yeah.
do, because some people they
Yes,
may
yes,
not
yeah.
be.
Sure, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that you can
Let it go.
yeah, minute a member
Let it go
picture.
hand in hand
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
So one need not all 15 or 17 need not to speak. Maybe for 7 or 8, then we will move on
Yes,
to
yes.
next step. Okay. These are my
Yeah, yeah.
suggestions.
But Pranav will definitely speak. Pranav will definitely speak, I think.
Yeah, Pranav,
Right?
everybody. No, I mean, I think all your contacts,
Yeah.
Srinidhi,
Yes, yes.
Kavipriya, all these are students we have
Yeah.
seen them
Yes, yes. Yeah.
speaking.
We want
Dharni,
all of you.
yeah,
We
Dharni,
want all
everybody will
of you to
speak.
come forward.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, Beulah, Jaya, you have any suggestions? You have shown hand, raised hand.
No, it's there from the
Oh, it's a beginning. Okay.
starting itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning itself, I can see the hands raised. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your
Okay,
hands are
Pranav.
raised.
Yeah.
No, before I raise the hands for
I thought we have not given any
answering.
punishment for you like that.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you,
Sir,
Annapurni
this is
madam.
good.
Nice session.
With free of
Thank you,
cost,
sir.
you are
Thank you
doing
so
this.
much.
Yeah, it's a nice session. Only thing is more involvement from the students. If we can bring with some form, that would be still better. That's it.
Sure, sir.
Yeah,
Sure. We will
Mohammad
make it from the
Faisal,
next
I think, has
session.
come
Yeah.
late. Mohammad Faisal, you want to say something? Mohammad Faisal. Oh, I think network problem. I think. Okay, no problem.
Mohammed Faisal and yeah. Yeah, rest of them have answered, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
meet you all okay in the next class. So take care, okay, and enjoy. Hope you are all enjoying the sessions. Okay, it will be fruitful for you definitely.
Yeah, you can send
Okay,
your
so just
feedback in the group
listen.
also, so that others will be motivated to join. You can send the
Yes, yes, we
feedback.
need your feedback.
Yeah, in the group.
Okay, the
If you
group
put in
is
the group,
open.
yeah.
We haven't. We the group is not closed. Okay, so you can forward. That is no forwarded messages is allowed in the group because it will just affect the messages, right? So, but you can discuss anything related to this class. Okay, you can even ask doubts in the class. We will clarify it. You can bring your suggestions. Any ideas are there. Okay, we will consider all those things. Okay,
Yeah, I
all
mean,
the suggestions are
through the
accepted
group,
here.
we study 365 days, 24 hours. In fact, some of our groups are very active,
Yes, yes,
365
yeah,
days, 24 hours.
yes,
So that
yes,
also can be done in this, no problem. Yeah.
yes. It's a helpline. Okay, it's a
Yeah.
helpline group. So it's like a toll-free group. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
we can make
students.
it more
So thank you,
interactive
sir.
and best. Yeah.
Yes, madam?
Sure, Soundarya.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need
Okay.
support from
Yeah,
people
more
like you.
interactive and interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
question.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.